Ya, pemirsa dan juga pendengar RRI, saat ini saya Retno Mandasari sudah bersama Duta Besar Azerbaijan untuk Indonesia, Yang Mulia Bapak Duta Besar Ramil Rzayev. Good afternoon, Ambassador.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our embassy, and thank you for your interest in Azerbaijan, and thank you for your interest in Azerbaijan-Indonesia relations. It's a pleasure to speak with your board and engaged audience of RRI Radio. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us today. So, Ambassador, if you see the bilateral relations between Indonesia and Azerbaijan, how do you see the progress today?
Thank you for the question. The relationship between Azerbaijan and Indonesia is a friendship grounded on shared values, faith, respect for sovereignty, and the common desire for peace and development. Since establishing diplomatic relations in 1992, our dialogue has steadily deepened across politics, economy, culture, education, and multilateral cooperation. We support one another in international forums such as the United Nations, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Non-Aligned Movement, and many others. And this mutual backing reflects our shared principles of international law and peaceful coexistence. On the people-to-people level, cultural exchange, academic research, and media coverage have all grown. Politically, we maintain constructive contacts at various levels and continue to expand channels for cooperation. Economically and culturally, the relationship is warm and expanding. What we have today is a strong foundation, and there is much more potential to realize together.
So if we talk about the bilateral, of course, trade is one of the important keys or sectors. So how could you tell us about the trade cooperation so far, and also which sector that potentially to be enhanced?
Thank you. Yes, trade cooperation has been growing and shows promising dynamics. In 2024, bilateral trade reached approximately $265 million, which is the largest figure recorded with Indonesia in our region to date, though this number still doesn't fully reflect the enormous untapped potential between our economies. Azerbaijan offers opportunities in agriculture, food processing, logistics, renewable energy projects, tourism development, while Indonesia brings strengths in the halal industry, processed food, textile, and Islamic finance, areas that naturally complement Azerbaijan's goals.
Ambassador Ramil, one of the Indonesia focuses in recent years have been renewable energy. So do you think Azerbaijan also interested in exploring cooperation in the renewable energy sector with Indonesia?
Absolutely. Renewable energy is a strategic priority for Azerbaijan as we transition toward a greener and more diversified economy. Under the leadership of President Ilham Aliyev, Azerbaijan adopted a national approach to expand solar, wind, and hydropower capacities and to integrate sustainability into reconstruction projects, in particular in the liberated territories of Karabakh and East Zengezur, which are being developed as green and smart zones. Azerbaijan also played an active role on an international climate stage as the host and presidency of COP29 in Baku, which highlighted commitments to climate finance, energy transition, and cooperation on green technologies. We are already cooperating with many international actors in large-scale renewable projects, and we see clear complementaries with Indonesia, especially in geothermal, biomass models, where Indonesia has strong field experience. Joint research, technology transfer, and capacity building programs would be mutually beneficial. In short, Azerbaijan welcomes partnership in renewables. Combining Azerbaijan's reconstruction and infrastructure projects with Indonesia's renewable experience can deliver concrete climate and development results for our countries and regions.
So, as the new ambassador for Azerbaijan here in Indonesia, Ambassador Ramil, do you have any focus, or maybe tell us what are the main focus to strengthen the bilateral relations with Indonesia?
Thank you. First of all, it's a great honor to represent my country in Indonesia as ambassador. And my priorities focus on several complementary pillars. The first is political dialogue, because regular high-level dialogue keeps cooperation responsive and strategic. In this regard, political consultations are vital and for coordination and planning. The last round of bilateral political consultations was held in Jakarta on December 2022, and now we are preparing for the next round of political consultations in Baku this March. Secondary, economic diplomacy. Deepening ties between our business communities. Azerbaijan continues to attract investors and is rebuilding and modernizing liberated territories. We host more than 20 Indonesian companies, and we welcome more Indonesian investment in renewable energy, agro-processing, logistics, and halal sector. Third, cultural and educational diplomacy. Expanding exchange, scholarships, and joint research helps create long-term people-to-people links. Finally, strengthening cooperation within multilateral fora, the OSCE, UN, and other platforms, so our bilateral work also contributes to regional stability and shared priorities.
So, Ambassador, speaking of people-to-people relations, we know that Azerbaijan has been interested in visa-free travel for citizens for both countries for the past few years. Are there any updates in this regard?
At present, citizens of Azerbaijan and Indonesia are eligible for visa on arrival when traveling to each other's countries, and also Indonesian visitors can apply via e-visa through Asan service. And in future, we hope this matter will find a positive resolution, and it will be possible to visit in visa-free regime.
So, Ambassador, I would like to jump a little bit about the Black January. So, how do you encourage the people of Azerbaijan and also the world to contribute of the commemoration of 36th Black January of Martyrs' Day this year?
46 years have passed since the tragic events in January 1990, which took place in Baku. That day, known as Black January, remains one of the darkest chapters of our history. It was a brutal crime against humanity carried out against innocent civilians. Black January holds a special place in Azerbaijan's modern history. It marked a turning point in our struggle for independence, when after nearly 70 years of Soviet rule, our people showed an unbreakable desire for freedom. Even today, January 20 is remembered as a symbol of sacrifice and national dignity. On the night of January 19 to 20, 1990, Soviet forces entered Baku and other regions, killing 147 civilians and injuring hundreds more, including women, children, and elderly. More than 800 people were also unlawfully arrested. Next day, on January 21st, Azerbaijan national leader Heydar Aliyev publicly and courageously condemned the atrocity, demanding accountability and those responsible. Thanks to his leadership, Black January later received a proper political and legal assessment, and in 1994, Azerbaijan's parliament officially recognized it as an act of military aggression and a crime against our people. Today, January 20 symbolizes both mourning and resilience. Despite the tragedy, the will of Azerbaijan people remained unbroken, and the sacrifice of our martyrs became a turning point on our path of independence.
So, how do you want the world to see or to see the January to as the symbol of the rise of the people?
Yes, this tragic moment in our history shows our nation's struggle for independence. And it is a day of dignity of our nation.
So, Mr. Ambassador, are there any plans for President Ilham Aliyev to make a state visit to Indonesia in the near future?
High-level visits are an important element in strengthening bilateral ties. His Excellency President Ilham Aliyev attaches importance to expanding relations with Southeast Asia countries. And Indonesia, as the world's largest Muslim majority democracy, is a country of special interest for Azerbaijan. Both sides are actively preparing the groundwork for enhanced political and economic engagement. At present, our focus is on producing substantive results, expanding trade ties, launching joint projects, and preparing institutional frameworks so that when leaders meet, they can sign meaningful agreements that bring concrete benefits. When the timing and program are finalized, official announcements will be made by the two governments. And I am optimistic that the high-level visit will take place when the conditions and schedule are right.
Okay. So, Ambassador, do you want to add something before we close on?
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you to Radio RRI and to all listeners. Azerbaijan values its friendship with Indonesia. I look forward to continuing our work together in trade, culture, education, and climate action for the benefit of our peoples. I'd like to use my chance and wish you a Happy New Year. And may Allah bless the peoples of Azerbaijan and Indonesia with peace and prosperity. Thank you.
Demikian pendengar dan juga pemirsa RRI wawancara eksklusif kami bersama Duta Besar Azerbaijan untuk Indonesia, Yang Mulia Bapak Ramil Rzayev. Demikian, saya Retno Mandasari. Sampai jumpa.
Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih, Bapak.
Terima kasih banyak.
Thank you.